would love to tell you that I started my weight loss journey and it all went perfect and smoothly, and I never researched what do I do if I'm not losing weight on X, or if I never researched why am I not losing weight quickly on keto or whatever it was. I would love to tell you that. But at the same time, I love and appreciate so much that I don't get to tell you that. My weight loss journey has been ups and downs and twists and turns, and images of self-love to images of pure self-hate, and understanding not so much about what the diet is, but more why the weight is there and why it stayed on and why I have this weight loss resistance. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about some possible reasons that the ketogenic diet isn't producing weight loss results for you. I am, at the end of this video, going to talk about a couple of the things, the troubleshooting, dare I say. But if you're just starting the ketogenic diet and you feel like you need help troubleshooting, I offer a free 30 days of coaching just to help you learn how to do the ketogenic diet. But in this blog, instead of focusing on that, I would much rather spend this time and really talk to you about the things, the emotional part, the mindset part of weight loss that most people don't talk about. You see, it's extremely easy to sell somebody who has really low self-worth and who is desperate for change a weight loss program. I was that girl, and I will tell you, I bought countless. I bought every diet program under the sun. I opted in for the challenge groups, and I bought the diet pills, and I did all of the things because I was desperate, and I was the perfect person to be sold to, because I still believed that I had to look outside of myself for the answers. I still believed that I needed somebody else to tell me what was going to work. Now, I was extremely hesitant to use before and after pictures as the header of this page, but if you're like me, you're looking at those before and after pictures. You maybe find yourself, you can't sleep, and you're scrolling Pinterest and you looked up weight loss transformations, or you look up 30-pound weight loss transformations from 220 pounds to whatever your goal weight is, so that you can start to get an idea of what that looks like. What will my body actually look like if I can achieve this time instead of failing again? And so I put those pictures on there because I knew that's what you're seeking. And I wanted it to be a conversation piece between me and you, because, you know, my love, if you want to lose weight, if you're in that position, I want you to know you're not alone. And you're not alone in the feelings of, I think it's all bullshit. Maybe you got on here. Maybe if you're like me, you are really, really ready for permanent weight loss. You are tired of getting on the bandwagon and then being frustrated. And so if that's where you're at on keto, it doesn't mean that keto is not working. So what I want to talk about a little bit is, why did you start keto? Is it because you thought you were going to get those super quick results? Or is it because you wanted to take a healing approach to your body and you realized that starving your body and exercising excessively hadn't worked in the years and years of trying? So maybe it was time to take a new approach. If that's the case, that's awesome. But if you thought that it was just going to be a quick fix, we're going to have to do a little bit more healing around it, because if you clicked on this link and thought that I was going to troubleshoot the ketogenic diet for you, you're still looking for somebody else for the answers. So in this, I want to talk about 3 main points of where we go, or we start, and where we go from to actually achieve long-lasting weight loss. So number 1, perfectionism. So if you're like me, you like the list. You clicked on this link hoping that I was going to list off the 10 top things you could be doing wrong with keto that might help you. This perfectionism is causing you to control too much. You're holding tight to everybody else's beliefs instead of looking inside of yourself and surrendering that you might know actually how to lose the weight. Your body might actually know how to do it all on its own. Our bodies are tremendously smart, but we have to allow them to do the work. We have to listen to ourselves and ask ourselves, are we hungry? What do our bodies actually want to eat? And when we stop eating those processed foods and taking things like birth control or other pills like diet pills that are throwing our bodies off, our bodies actually know how to surrender. But this takes time. So I get this all the time. I get women who really jump into the keto lifestyle because they want to heal their life. They want to heal their bodies, and they are finally ready to quit doing it in this really rammy way. But they see other women losing 30 pounds the first couple weeks of the keto lifestyle. And yeah, that could be the case. But we have to take into account where our bodies are at. So maybe you have tremendous adrenal fatigue that you need to heal, or maybe you have a thyroid, fatigued thyroid, or maybe you have a sluggish gallbladder, or maybe you still have a tremendous amount of stress in your life and you're not dealing with that. So we're going to cover those things a bit, but we have to understand that we're not all starting at the same place. Even if we start at the exact same weight, maybe every single one of you watching this started at the exact same weight that I started at, but we're going to move at different paces because we all have so much emotional healing to do. I have been on my weight loss journey for 2.5 years to lose 40 pounds. And it wasn't all diet and exercise. It was deep, hard healing around my emotions. And it was about as I allowed those emotions to heal, and as I gave up control over those emotions, and as I surrendered to the way I was feeling, the weight did come off. So now there's also this need to fix attitude. Like, I need to fix myself. I need to fix myself so that I can get here. And this truly comes down to worthiness. So the idea of I need to be somewhere other than where I am to be worthy of love or confidence or self-esteem or the job or the clothes, whatever it is. If you think that you have to arrive somewhere to be worthy, this is really, really a place I see so many women get stuck, because you're not doing it for yourself, right? You're doing it for the significance from other people. You think that you have to lose weight to feel significant, to be worthy, to be loved. But the thing is you're gonna be the same girl, the same woman when you get to that weight loss goal. You're just gonna take the bubble wrap off. And that's what it really comes down to, is understanding that the excess fat, the bubble wrap, is just a protection mechanism. So we have to dig deep into why is it that you need to have that protection? Is it that you were bullied? Is it that you didn't feel you were ever good enough for your parents? Did you feel like a family member was always telling you had to change in order to feel loved? Did you feel like when you got praise, it was because you were a perfectionist and you were always taking care of other people? And so now you've conditioned to believe that if you take care of yourself, you won't be loved. These are the things that we really need to look at, because I promise you, if you have weight loss resistance and you have been trying to do keto for more than a month and you haven't lost any weight, this is where the healing comes in. And I mean, if you are in the position where you aren't losing weight and you've done keto for a month or more, please, please, please get into my free keto breakthrough group so that I can coach you into how to get into ketosis, because you're probably in low carb purgatory or low carb hell. You probably don't feel that good, and we need to get you into ketosis so you feel better. So the third thing is we have to move from I need to change my body because I hate it to I want to change my body because I love it. But if you really were honest with yourself, and in the years of wanting to change your body, is it because you liked it or because you hated it? For years and years and years, I wanted to change my body because I hated it. But when I finally was able to switch and I was able to decide that I was going to lose weight or I was going to take better care of myself because I loved my body, that's when things really started to change. And maybe my weight didn't change right away, but my happiness changed, my outlook on life changed, my energy changed. I became more vibrant and healthy simply because I loved life, because I didn't think that I was condemned to a body. I embraced the beautiful body that I had and that I have been blessed with. And so when that happens, when we take the time to actually appreciate what we have and we feel into gratitude, rather than thinking that we can only be happy if we change, that's when big things change. So this blog or vlog is deep. This is me asking you to really ask yourself, what do you need to let go of to actually let the weight go? Because I promise you that weight is there for a reason. You accumulated this extra weight for an emotional reason. If it's protection, or if it's protection from something, it's protection from shame or protection from trauma or protection from success. I see women gain weight all the time because they don't want attention, right? They got bad attention when they were young, and so then the weight serves that purpose. So really look in yourself and ask yourself what's wrong. Now, because I know you're like me and you want a few little tips, I'm just going to throw 4 little tips out here that I just want you to evaluate about your diet, but really get into the keto breakthrough if you haven't already, so that I can really help you with this. So number 1 is too many carb creeps. If you are munching on things while you're cooking dinner and things like that, and if you're doing the strict keto approach and you're tracking, you could be getting a few more carbs that way, and it might be throwing you out of ketosis and not actually getting you there. Something else that happens is too many or too few calories. I don't like to teach counting calories in keto because we don't really need to, but they still do count. So, I mean, we still need to burn 3,500 calories to lose a pound. So not all calories are equal, but it does come down to you need to be eating enough, and you also can't be eating more than what you're moving or you won't lose weight. Too much or too little protein. I see this all the time. So you start to burn your muscle if you're not getting the right amounts of protein, but you're also knocking yourself out of ketosis if you're getting too much protein, because our bodies are wonderful at converting protein to sugar. The 4th one is stress. If you are not sleeping, if you are exercising too much, if you are stressed at work, you or stressed with your kids, your cortisol is firing like crazy. I talk so much about hormones in your keto breakthrough. It's totally free. These things cause our body stress, and when our cortisol is pumping, it's telling us that we need insulin because we are going to need some sugar. So then all of these hormonal things start to fire, and this does tremendous damage on our body. It also knocks us out of ketosis, and it causes weight loss resistance, because when our cortisol is happening, when it's firing like crazy, our body's not worried about losing weight. It thinks it needs to survive. So it's not going to let those pounds go. We covered those things so deeply. 30 days of really understanding how to get into ketosis and use the ketogenic lifestyle, not the diet, the lifestyle, really how to apply it to your life. So I hope this was helpful. I know that this was a deep, deep conversation, but I really do want to challenge you to look inside of yourself and ask yourself, what do I need to let go of so that I can actually lose this weight? Love you so much. And I hope you have an awesome week.